What's the difference between surviving your life and actually living it? Most people don't ask that question. Not really, not to dig deep. They may know that something's off. They know they should be doing something different, but knowing it and living it are two different things. And that space in between is where most people stay. Not because they're weak and not because they don't care, but because no one's ever shown them where the work actually starts. This season, four people decided to figure out that on their own terms and out loud in real time and without a script, we figured out what we were going to do. No credentials, no program to sell, just honest conversations about what it actually takes to get out of our own way. A veteran who rebuilt his life on a golf course in Nova Scotia, a retiring cop still sorting through what the job left behind, a father watching both of his sons do something he never had the language for, and a woman who's being close enough to all of it to see what the rest of us are missing. What they figured out might surprise you. Tonight, they're going to talk about it out loud. So, welcome to the Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies podcast. This is our final episode for the season where we're just going to recap some things, dig into some things, get ready to move on to our next adventure. So, Lukey, not to recap the entire season and everything that we're going on, but you talked a lot this season about what changed for you and why. But I want you to strip it down in one thing, something real that's there now that wasn't there in January when you started, and not just an overall feeling, and not really just a generic thing about the foundation, like something for you that you can point out that's different.
What's really different, I'm glad you asked this question because I was I know this is not scripted or anything like that, but there's been a lot of people out there, and if you're watching right now, I God bless you for your concern. Where people come to me and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" Because what the difference is, and what we've accomplished when it comes to people knowing Luke Cyr here at Cabot or knowing Luke Cyr here in the town of Inverness, they see this smiling, happy guy who, for some magical reason, was cured from PTSD when he wasn't. So that I was be able to bring them in to see that the person that they see every day isn't my entire life, and maybe they will view mental health differently than just thinking, okay, that guy's perfectly fine, and when is he? And I think being able to show people, because when I still see them, I'm like, I'm fine, I'm fine. I just bringing you into the life you don't see. I'm letting you know the struggles I have, and I struggle every single day. But I'm so much stronger. I'm so much stronger with the things that have been thrown at me. These left hooks and right hooks I've been getting for this last couple months. I'm still standing. I'm standing so strong, and I'm standing positive. I'm still helping people. I haven't retreated back to my defensive mode where I want to back into a corner and I don't want to fight because I come out swinging. I could come out swinging instead of you know bobbing and weaving. I come out swinging, so that I'm that much stronger, and I hope people see that. But know out there, if you're watching this, every single day I struggle. You might see a smile. You might see this guy who thinks he has it all together or looks like he has it all together. And at times I do, but at times I don't. So I think the biggest strength for me is getting the story out there and also showing people how strong I really am.
So I'm going to dig, if you don't mind, the
100%.
smiling and saying you're okay. Is I'm going to ask you if that's kind of like a defense mechanism for you.
It's not really a defense mechanism. It's more of a to let people know. Lindsay says it perfectly, stay in your lane. There's things, yes, thank you for your care and compassion. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to sit around and take any type of negativity out into the real world and let the real world see that, then why am I telling people to dwell on positives and focus on positives? So when you see me out there chipper and positive or not shutting up or lighting up your these group chats with madness and all these other things that people see, um, I think that's the better way. It's not really a defense mechanism. It's me showing people I'm strong enough to be good right now when I have to be. I'm so strong. that this is what it is. But I'm not going to sit there. But when it's time to cry, I cry. I spent a lifetime thinking it wasn't okay to cry. So I cry all the time. I wrote, and I'm up for 2026 Son of the Year award because what I did for mom for Mother's Day, man, unless you're having another grandkid, yeah, I got you. It's unbelievable. I got you. Uh, it's going to be a magical thing, but it shows it's a message to my mom, who made me who I am today, made me this empathetic, kind, uh, man who will hold the door for somebody because that's what you do, or you're going to get smacked in the back of the head. That my mom deserves. She doesn't want any recognition ever. Doesn't want her picture anywhere. Nothing like this. So when you could do something kind like that to your mom and show her how strong you are, when the message gets out there, she, it. I'm not gonna ruin it. Like it's unbelievable. We're gonna drop on Mother's Day for mom, and it's I'm pretty proud of it.
Forward to seeing that.
So it's gonna be wicked. It's good. It's good. Like I said, unless you're having another grandkid, I got it. I got the
I'll let
2026
you
Son
have
of
the
the Year award.
prize.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Matt. We'll buy all the groceries you want, chum. I got it. I got you.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty hard to beat Matt.
I
I
know,
want
but
to
I got him this year. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see
Yeah,
what I
we'll
got
see.
planned.
I want to pop back on that then. So if it's not a defense mechanism for you, is it a way to maybe protect people around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like if I was to go out there and show people the madness that's in my head at all times, like there's times when I'd be walking back and forth, and then Tanya called me on it, like it was she'd be like. I'm like, "Oh my god, 10 things." She goes, "I know, I'm waiting for them to crash so you can sit down." And then she said I'd sit down because all 10 of them smashed into each other at the same time, like, the madness that kinda goes with it. So do I show that, or do I make people comfortable and not worried by letting them know? Like, what do they need to know that I'm struggling with the thoughts and all this stuff in my mind? Like, it's not I'm not gonna hurt myself, or I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but I don't have to bring that to anybody else's plate. "Hi, how you doing?" "Good. How are you?" You know what I mean? Not, "Oh my god, listen here, come how much time you got?" You know what I mean? You don't really wanna put that on people. I have a support network. I have people I can reach out to, and then everybody on this feed, plus about 20 people I can reach out to at any point. My veteran buddies, my family, everybody. Like, I've called, like, my dad, and then he said, if he's muting a, playoff hockey game to talk to his son, that's support. That is 100% support. And everybody's like, well, that's not, no, that's 100% support for someone who was enjoying their moment, but they said, okay, this is more important than anything else on earth. And I appreciate that, Dad, and I love you for that. And I know I could call you. I know you don't like my 6 in the morning phone calls, but sometimes you're going to get them. Okay, so just deal with it. All right. Good morning.
My
I'm
phone
awake. You're
never
awake.
rings. My phone's broken or something. It never hardly ever rings. The only time it rings is when Luke calls me at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Testing,
Nothing.
testing.
Yeah, nothing. What are you doing? Oh, you didn't call me for a reason. No. How are you? Did you have a good night? Okay.
Called
All
this
right. I'll talk to you
morning,
later. I'll call someone else.
making sure you
Yeah.
didn't
But no,
fall to
I
bed.
have that support. I have that support where I don't have to put that on people in my life outside of this. Like they don't put their stuff on me. Why would I put it on them? So it's not really a defense mechanism, or it's not me trying to fool people. It's just me being me, and you don't need to know all the drama or all of the stuff that's going on in my life. And I love you, and I love the support, and I love that you care. Just know that I'm good. It's just you just never see me struggle, and so that's the difference. They never see me struggle. They only see the guy at Cabot, the guy who's ranked 120th in the caddy yard, or whatever the hell I'm getting up there to. Now maybe I'll make it into the crack the top 100 of caddies, but they see this guy out there and they're like, look at this professional, look at this guy's got it all put together. This guy, he's here, he's this, he's this, he's this. They don't know what's going on in my head, because my job is not to go out there and not be 100%. My job is to go out there and I never take a loop off. When I start on that first tee, it's game time. It's game time because these people rely on me, and I have a purpose, and that's my purpose. And the people at Cabot, they see me all these different things. Oh, he's great, he's great. Well, you don't see what's behind the curtain. You know what I mean? And you don't have to see what's behind the curtain. I love your concern, but It's I don't have to also go out there and play the poor me card.
Kind of compartmentalize it to protect.
Dad,
Hmm.
we'll switch the spotlight over. You've been watching this from close range all season. From where you're sitting and what you see, one thing that you've actually seen happen with Luke or with me or both of us, not a general impression, but something concrete or specific.
Well, I see with Luke, I see two different people. I see the happy-go-lucky guy, the positive guy, and then I get phone call. Sometimes it's not a good phone call. He's upset about something. So I see that other side of him. So that's that side there. When he talks to me as a parent, I worry about him. I'm nervous. I just hope he's okay. We're so far apart. So you can't go over there, hold his hand, and talk to him. So
Yeah. Can I ask about that part?
What?
Can I just dig into that one with you a little bit? So you see that now. So here's a question: were you seeing Luke in that way a year, 2, 3 years ago, calling and having those two sides, or was he always close up?
well, it was
Like, is this different? The new Luke, is this a
yeah.
different thing for him to?
It's not as, I don't want to say it's not serious, because everything about it is serious, right? But it was in the earlier days when he came home for the last time and all that. It was scarier. I was very nervous. I was worried about getting a phone call, and that just scared the shit right out of me. Like, I was just, every time the phone would ring, you just like you'd think about it. And then after he got this caddying under his belt, and he's at Cabot, and he's doing good work out there, and the foundation is 100% behind that. I'm feeling better now. I'm not as nervous. I'm not nervous anymore. Where at one time I thought I was going to get a phone call and say that he was either in a hospital or he was in the morgue.
I feel like he kind of took his mask off a little bit for us in the most
Yeah.
recent
Yeah.
years, right? It's like he doesn't have to put on that I'm fine for us like he does for other people
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. But it was a nervous time for me. And then when I found out about you, I started thinking about what could have caused this. And of course it was the job. And I remember you telling me forensics, you weren't supposed to be there. You were only supposed to be there for, I don't know, it was 5 or 6 years.
Something around there, yeah. Is the
And you
usual.
were up in year 8.
7 and a bit.
Yeah. So I kind of, I'm putting the blame on them. I'm not happy with your previous leaders or your leaders now. I'm not sure whether you've made a decision yet or not, but I'm not really happy with them for what they did to you, and I'm bitter towards them, and that's not good. It's not good for me. It's not it's not good for family. It's not good for Margie for me to be like a bitter person, right? So I try and wash that out. It's pretty hard to do, but I'm not I'm not as nervous about you as I was about Luke. Because like every time I talk to you, you're talking to me about seeing your doctor and this, and everything seems to be following a pattern, and it's a good pattern. So I'm not saying I'm not worried about you, but I'm not as worried about you as I was about him. I'm not worried about him like that anymore, though. By the way, so yeah, that's it in a
All right.
nutshell, man.
All right,
Nice.
cool. No, I won't bail out or defend anybody at the station. I mean, I love them all. They're all good guys. I blame on myself as well for being too stubborn and too type A macho to say anything. But you remember Mark Doobie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably a good year and a half, 2 years before trying to get out of forensics, him and another 2 good friends came up and said, "Is everything all right, man? Like maybe you need to just sit this one out and go talk to somebody or figure it out because," and I was like, "Get away from me. I'm fine. I know how to do my job." And you just get your back, say, "This is my role. Back up, chum." But it's too. If someone sees something you want to push harder, I mean, it could have. But yeah, it's partly on me.
Yeah, but you can't blame
You
yourself.
use the same line as
It was his
Luke.
job.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yes,
Fine. It's fine.
I'm fine. And,
Everything's fine.
Yep.
yeah, everything. That's the magical word. It's not even real.
Or the red flag word.
Yeah.
You hear those words? Go see them.
Yeah.
So the beauty of being the host was always getting to ask the questions. Now Mark's got things for me in here too. So, I want to add my own here before we move on. The one thing that's actually different for me, not a goal I'm actually working toward, but something I can already account for. I think I touched on this last time, Luke, when I was like, I think the change is a kind of that resilience on sticking it out and going forward, and then the realization that a structure, or having structure, is really important right now in the therapy side of things because that chaos brings the anxiety, and then it's bad.
Yeah.
And things go sideways.
And
So
us pushing each other too for this. Like I think you made a comment, and I might have to check back into episode 2, but you were like, "Buddy, I was thinking about giving up on this unless if we weren't doing this, I would have given up." And it almost kind of pushed us each, I don't know, pushed me to keep going too. Like at times, it's like when you guys knew, like I said, left hooks, but I got that uppercut, tab at a neck at the Kalis, and down you go on one knee. You're wobbled. I was wobbled, but up I got. I was like, "Phew." But it was because I think what we did with this, and we strengthened ourselves, and we not force ourselves to strengthen ourselves, but we said, you know what, we're gonna. If like I said, I'm
well,
gonna
we
do it. I'm
did.
gonna do it.
Yeah, I think the thing that came from that is the accountability part, right? Like if all I'm responsible for is me, it's too easy to give up, give in, and move on. But when you realize that it's a bit bigger than you, or there's other people that are doing it that are kind of counting on that to happen, you're just like, and for once, it wasn't the "I'm going to show you" mentality. Like when we started talking about the challenge, it was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll come up with my Bruce Lee bod there, Luke, and then we'll see who won this thing. And then reality kicks in January where you're like, yo, 48, 49 years old, Bruce Lee is nowhere near this body. I just
No.
want to make sure I can move.
Yeah.
And, if for some reason I'm lucky enough to have grandkids, I can still play with them without falling over.
That's it.
It was a big thing. So, um, but yeah, that knowing that each week you have to come in and make a little report and not lie about it, um, and keep moving forward. Like we know in January, we know in October that the benefit's going to be huge. But when you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore, it's like, well, if I were here with 100 other guys trying to become a special forces person, I'm not going to let the guy beside me down. And he's not going to like. That's the whole military police thing. You can't let somebody that's on your team down. You have to keep going. So
Yeah, and
that,
it's a credit to what we're doing here with the Luke Cyr Foundation.
yeah,
May carry my name, but it has nothing to do with me. It's all of us. It's all of us working together to show people that commitment, to lay it all on the line, to throw your personal life out there, to let people know, okay, this is how I got through this struggle. This is how I beat this, and this is what made me stronger. But I don't care who you are. It's hard. It's hard. Like telling that story about sitting on that couch on October 30th, 2021. I can say it. I must have said that story thousands and thousands of times. It's hard every time because you go back there, but you find that you're stronger. Like, yeah, it's always going to suck. It's always going to suck to think about that. It's always going to think about suck what you did to other people, especially when your time here, like, and you're by yourself, or and you got time to think about stuff. But where I learn from this is how important the mental side is, and the physical and the nutrition side is easy, like super easy compared to the strength that you do to build your mind. The mind should have been the focus the whole time.
Hmm.
I think the other one helps a bit. Like you
Both
need
help.
that secondary part too.
It's
But
all
Yeah,
connected. You
let's
got to
switch
find
it.
the balance.
We're gonna throw her right to Dish. Dish, this is your segment. This is you, girl.
nice.
So you've been close to all of it. I know you've had some talks with me and with Luke and my dad. You've always been chatting with each of us. And um, what have you actually noticed across this whole season? So we're not, again, we're diving away from general and getting into some specifics, but about the group or about the format of the challenge. Like, what do you think that's happened here that's worth kind of pointing out and naming and sharing?
Um, the first like word that comes to mind is like connection. So like I feel like we do well connecting individually with each other here and there, but I think it's been really great to have like the four of us sitting down together and like connecting and bouncing ideas off each other and just like sharing stories, thoughts, feelings, experiences. I feel like that's not something that you get to do with close people very often. So for me, I would say that like that's been really cool to like have the opportunity to sit down with like the three of you every week. It's something I looked forward to. So I think like connection was probably like one of the biggest like kind of areas that I would say we grew a lot.
Okay. So the connection's one. So in that connection, if I were to push it further, would you say the communication, um, not just the surface kind of stuff, the
Yeah.
deeper stuff is
Be able to
got
push
some
each
weight?
other to be a little bit more vulnerable, push each other to share kind of our own thoughts and feelings about things, kind of sharing some strategies that didn't work for like ourselves that like might have helped each other. So I feel like we definitely like you could see and feel the openness getting more and more each kind of week that we got together. Um, yeah, so I would say that that was probably like, yeah, connection, communication, resilience, encouragement, support. You could see it kind of growing throughout the weeks.
Okay. So growth and progress too
Mhm.
came out. That's cool. Um, was there ever a moment or a conversation or event or anything that shifted how you were thinking about any of this from when we got started and as we were going through to today?
Uh, oof. I think, like, I can't remember what episode it was, but I remember, like, when Luke was talking about, uh, how he was trying to, like, do too much at one time, and then you sort of started jumping into talking about how, like, you're working, plus you're trying to do your own podcast, and you're trying to do so, like, something that I noticed about both of you is that you both try to fill your days sometimes with, like, too much, that it becomes, like,
Mhm.
overwhelming. So, it
Yeah,
was interesting watching you guys
100%.
both balance
Yeah.
that kind of those thoughts and, like, the fill-ups kind of that you fill your day up. So, I would say, like, it was interesting because I didn't realize, like, how much you both have going on all the time. So, I was just trying to be really mindful of that as I'm hearing you guys kinda share your thoughts and stories about, like, your day and, like, week to week events. But it was always interesting to me hearing how much you both put on your plates. Sorry, my dad's phone's ringing. There you go. So I'd say that, yeah, I just think that 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 was surprising to me. And it was around the same episode, like, I think feel like it was, like, the 2nd or 3rd episode, you guys both I was like, "Holy fuck, they got a lot going on." No
Yeah.
wonder why they're so overwhelmed all the time, but it's also a way that you try to keep your mind busy because sometimes busy minds feel less vulnerable.
Well, when it's busy, you can't think on the things you don't want to
Yeah.
be thinking about. That's for sure. All right. If you had advice, this isn't even on the script. This is popping in.
Mhm.
So if you had advice, so you could pretend it's advice to Luke or to Luke and I, to anyone else that was watching, if you were to throw that out there, what would you send out to people?
Take a breath.
Take. All right.
Just, like, slow down,
What are those?
take a breath, And like more doesn't always equal better, right? So I think it's just reminding yourselves that like you're enough just how you are. You don't always have
Yeah.
to like one up, one up, one up, better, more, add more, because I'm not doing enough. Like, I think it's just like so important that you guys recognize that like you're so awesome just the way you are, and you don't have to keep adding because you don't have to prove anything to anybody else. I think it's just like proving to yourselves that like you're both like incredible people and you're enough as you are. Just like take a breath and slow down a little bit and give yourself permission to do that.
Yeah.
It's the acceptance part that's hard.
Hmm.
For me too, it's like everybody just take some time for yourself, do this, do this, do this, and then I think there's a scene in Schindler's List, and I'm not comparing myself to anything like that, but at the end, Schindler
Just one.
he buys all the Jewish people and saves their life, and he breaks down because he's like, did I get enough? That like I wasted money on this and this? Did I save enough? I don't want to miss an opportunity if somebody needs me and I'm not there. But I also have to think, and I am thinking a lot more. Like there's times where I just gotta dial myself back, and if someone gets missed, it's not my fault. If someone is, I can't be there strong enough for somebody. It's not my fault because I'm no good to them anyway. What am I trying to do?
Yeah. It's like that
So,
old saying,
but
right?
it's
You can't pour from an empty cup.
no, exactly. So, like, what good am I to the world? A mess. And I have to really just focus on that stuff. Like I was telling my dad today about these loops at Cabot, and and like they showed up on my phone, and I just auto accepted, not thinking, oh, well, do I need to do anything that day? It was like accept, accept, accept. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like it's just that thing. Now I got to be more mindful of these things because it's like an addiction. That's anytime loops come up, I accepted them because that's what I did last year because I had to. And now I got to say, hey, come on, no, Tuesday I'm supposed to take the cats to the vet or whatever the hell I'm supposed to do. What are you taking that loop for? Like, what? Why? So I got to be more mindful. Like you're right. Like, and take a breath. Take a breath. There's 100%. I get you. I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Straight.
hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. But I'm gonna try. I'll try my best.
Just do it. Like Nike. Just like
Do it.
Nike. Just do it.
Oh, quick shout out. Remember when we were kids, Sean, and Dad's friends like to rat us out? They seen your son Luke walking out of the beer store or whatever I got in shit for. Dad's friend ratted him out, so Dad walked himself to the coffee shop, had a coffee, and walked himself back home. His buddy ratted him out. I was like, hey, I heard all this. So congratulations, Dad. That's a huge accomplishment because in October, I'm done. I'm done. Well, you're not done, are you? You're not fucking done. Good for you.
Well, I'll just tell you boys this. I know it's not a great accomplishment, but I'm walking 3K a day.
That's awesome.
Let's fucking go.
now
It's actually pretty huge.
because
Dad,
I
you're giving up.
my
You gave up
my
before.
back's a little tender,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to go too far. But the breathing's not the best, of course, but I'm trying, and I
Yeah.
think 3K is not bad for right now.
That's huge.
Of course.
It's actually pretty good.
You got a
Yeah.
couple more K under your belt, you'd be able to walk here at Cabot.
There you go.
No.
No, no, we'll put you and Craig in the cart. We'll put you and Craig in the cart, baby.
Too many hills,
Yeah.
man.
Your
I
goal,
got
Uncle
fired as
Mike,
your
you have
caddy.
to
You
set
guys
a goal that like if Taylor gets into AN1 next year, I don't know, I'd love to bring you out to the Masters course.
Yeah, that.
There
Okay.
you go.
That's.
I'm ready.
That's a
We're
hell of
ready.
a
Isn't she
course I
playing in
hear to
June
walk to.
in Michigan?
Pardon?
Isn't she playing in Michigan in June?
She's playing in like an Epson event.
Might try and come down if it's Saturday.
Yeah. We'll keep you posted.
That'd be fun. All right. Okay, Mark, you got to edit some of that stuff out, but we're jumping to the next part. Lukey, last time we were chatting, you put a number on stuff that we were talking about all season. You said it's 80-10-10. So 80% mental, 10% physical, 10% nutrition. The mental isn't a separate track. It's basically a part of everything else that we've been doing. And what I would like you to do is kind of walk us through it again with everybody else that's here. So what changed in how you understand the relationship between the mental side and everything else? You were kind of hinting at it. You talked about it last time, but I want to kind of rehash it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, so when it comes to nutrition, it's not hard for me. It's not difficult. Like, it's just something you have to do. It's not like, oh shit, what do I have to overcome to do this nutrition? I just do it. Like, you just do it. That's the food you buy. That's the stuff you do. And the physical side, I get I ran into Elise there who's walking on the International Appalachian Trail, like, for mental health. Unbelievable what she's doing, but it was a 27.5 kilometers, and I just went out and walked. It's not a big deal. The physical side is something I can do. It's the mental. Oh my gosh, it's trying to figure that out because, like I said, if you got this, it's like I guess a hornet's nest in your head at times, and it's like Luke Cyr Foundation, this, oh, loop this, oh, I gotta go to this, I gotta do the card. They're all running around in your head, and it's more difficult to control that and being strong, like realizing and working through it and getting stronger. But it was the hardest part. It was so hard. It was so hard. Eating healthy is easy. You just eat healthy. Working out, going for a walk is these things. But for me, on my side of things, the mental side is so difficult because there's not just the pressure of day-to-day life. There's not just the pressure of being out on the course and wanting to be the best. I know I'm not the best, but one day maybe I will be the best at cabin. But I will try my best to be the best. I never take a loop off. So there's the stress of that. And then now that the season's starting, well, there's going to be shadows. So I'm going to not only have to be the best caddy, I think, out there, I'm going to have to be the best teacher and all these other different things. It's all these things that I think about and everything I can't get out of my head. And I got to get ready for the midsummer bash and summer bash. Uh, no one needs to live on Christmas Day and all these different things that you have to, like, you can compartmentalize, like put these things together. Um, that's why I believe getting stronger mentally and not really focusing on not saying I didn't focus on it, but who cares about what I look like with my shirt off or what's in my fridge. Standing here stronger in front of everybody and showing the world how strong I am and how great I am when it comes to overcoming some of these obstacles is it's way more important, way more important. So that's why I like the 80-10-10 still. I'll hang my hat on it.
All right, cool. So, Lish, does that ratio match what you're seeing, what you've kind of experienced and gone through? Would you add to any of that? Would you push back on any of that? Reframe any of that? Your thoughts?
Well, I think it's different for every person. Like, so for Luke, that's what he sees for himself, and there could be people who might find, like, the nutrition piece harder to follow and the mental piece maybe is a bit easier for them or whatever it is. So I feel like, everybody has the right to their own perspective on, like, what the numbers need to fall. I can definitely appreciate how the mental side's definitely more challenging for Luke, like, even just in right now and listening to him talk, like, I just wanted to be like, "Whoa." Right? So, like, he's so outcome focused.
I know I caught myself too, but that's me. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just interesting because, like, you can't control the outcomes of anything. You can only control, like, what you're choosing to do in the moment, right? And so, yeah, so I think the numbers, like, it's interesting hearing different people's perspectives, but I think it's individual for each person because everybody has different experiences.
Yeah, I
All right,
support that,
cool.
Alish.
So, Dad, I'm actually going to get your view on this one then too. I mean, you came into this season, you had a different direction than what Luke and I and how hard we were pushed or what Dish was up to. So, what's the mental side actually look like for you this winter? Bad weather, record snowfall, cracked a vertebrae,
Whacked his head.
whacked his head, fell out of bed. You know, what's the mental side been like for you?
You know what? Aside from looking outside at all that snow all winter, I dealt with everything pretty cool. I mean, how do you deal with a cracked vertebrae, right? It's time. So you just sit back and wait. You can't do nothing about it. There's no fix for it. So you just wait. Um, all I like, all I worry about is my family, like my family, you guys, your children, your wife, And I think about that a lot. And I think about what's the future hold for these guys. I hope and I pray every night. I sit there, I lay there, and I think, okay, let's just hope that everything works out for these guys. And like, you have a dream, Luke has a dream, Josh has a dream, Matty has a dream. Matt's dream is to be a bazillionaire on the
I hope he
stock
is.
market. On the stock market. So I hope he wins. I hope he wins $1 million. Like I hope he gets $1 million in the stock market and he looks like a genius.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't wait to live with him.
I hope Luke's foundation just runs like a deer. Like I hope the foundation just goes and goes and goes. It's just perfect. And Sean, I hope that you get in the sailboat and you sail like you want to sail somewhere down to the Caribbean or wherever. I hope you can do that someday and you can enjoy your life doing that. That's what I sit back and that's what I think about a lot. I don't think about myself that much. Like, of course, you start thinking when you get older, you start thinking, well, am I on 11 or am I on 15? You know what I mean?
I'm on 18, hoping I 4-putt.
And I want to eat putt there.
Yeah.
No, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. I think I am nothing but proud of my kids. So
Thank you.
I'm happier that way. That
And your niece, of course.
my nieces, my family, like
I know,
our
I'm just
family,
bugging.
we've done pretty good. We've done pretty good. You guys are all good, everyone. So, none of them went to jail.
Yeah.
I don't know about somebody. I don't know, but from what I know, nobody went to jail.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You got to catch me first.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
For myself, I don't know if I'd be putting weight on the numbers. There's a part of me that thinks that it used to be I need some motivation to go and do something, and it's actually the other way around. Usually, by doing something, you build more motivation and momentum, and off you go. So I'm a strong believer in that. But I do. So I'm not a fan of excuses, but I think for myself that there's a decent reason that the mental side is so difficult. It's because right now we're suffering for something that's changed the wiring. So it's like, I don't know. Like if you use a wiring analogy, so you come in and you flip the switch to turn your living room lights on, but it turns the outside lights on instead. And you're trying to chase around and find the right switch. That part of so the difficulty, I would agree with Luke that the difficulty is the mental side and trying to fight that to push forward with the things that you want to do. That's a constant struggle. But I do believe there's a strong tie between keeping up on the physical and nutrition side to keep that mental side going.
But you've been like that forever, Sean.
Yeah.
Like you were always physical, like you always worked out and you were always eating proper. So like
for the most part,
there's not that much of a change in you that way.
Lizards.
Just the wiring, you got to get some black electrical tape and tie it up. That's all.
Lots ever.
Yeah.
Lots ever.
Yeah.
So Luke, you've got a season that's starting in like a matter of days. So when we started, we were talking and it seemed like a long ways off. Here we are rounding the corner, final episode before the season opens. You've been talking about the mission. You've been talking about the 2027 plan with the walk/drive. You've got some purpose in place and things you're doing. Without going that far down now, what's actually the next thing you're working on? Not the full range of stuff and not the
Thing.
45 things. Like what's the immediate next move within the next 14 to 30 days? What's the focus?
And it's I was talking about this today, and it's I know there's people coming to Cabot, and if you watch this and you're coming to Cabot, you're gonna have the greatest time of your life. It's unbelievable. I'm getting a lot of requests for people, and I have to really police myself for the next 30 days over May. I've already decided not to go to Wisconsin. I'm not going away to another golf tournament. I've committed myself to just tournaments. There's a tournament in June. I'm part of. But I really put myself in a position where I'm not just going to try and do everything to put my life in chaos. I want to enjoy this season, and I know my man Jakey's off to bigger and better things. But when I told him, buddy, I'm just 140, man, just 140 is the max. When I hit 140, don't give me any more loops. He's like, so when you hit 140, just don't send you another one. I was like, which reminded me. So actually, police yourself for the season. Police yourself going forward, because June I got my midsummer bash. I got that golf tournament. I got to fly in and out of Ottawa over a 3-day stretch, and I got to go to the Robbie Dean Center. We're going to be talking about a big banquet they're going to be holding, and it's funny the day they picked. They're like, the date is October good for you for this benefit dinner, and I was like, yeah, 100%. What date? And they're like October 30th. I was like, no way. Okay. I don't know if they did it because of that, because it just fell on a Friday. It's fallen on a Friday, and I was like, yep, 100%. Like what? And I'm like, nothing, nothing. Problem. Sure. So I got to go up, and it's probably going to be at the officers' mess in at CFB Petawawa in front of all the officers and senior NCOs, where I'll be doing a 1-hour presentation followed by a catered dinner and stuff like that. But how fitting that maybe I don't think they did it on purpose, but that's the day that I'll be making that presentation in front of my former peers. But to answer your question, to going forward for me is focusing on, like you said, that one breath, and that one breath still means sometimes you got to tell that loyal person at Cabot, I can't come in today. Sorry, Ted, or sorry, Jake, I can't. Yes, I know these people want to meet me. I come in and meet them, but I just can't bag today. I got other stuff on the go, so I got to really pace myself.
It's called setting boundaries.
I get it, but let's hold you guys hold me accountable. I know there's no more episodes, but throughout the season, and you guys hold through our group chat or the crazies or whatever it's called there.
Yeah.
Let's hold me
How
let's
many
hold me
noises
accountable,
do you know?
because you guys start to see me spin out of control. Just and Dish you to be the best for it. Hey, how many loops you got this week?
Yep.
12. Oh, you do? Why? What? Well, and I'll come up with every excuse in the book to tell you why I took the loops. But I have to really not do it, because I want to do this going forward for a long time. And if we get what we put in place, maybe maybe caddying is just a part-time thing, and we do things to help people's lives and stuff like that. So if I go out there balls to the wall, what kind of a role model would I be when I'm instructing people? Am I going to train people to be like that? You can't. So I have to train myself to be the person who I should be, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because if I'm training somebody, I'd be like, yeah, whoa, buddy, that's you. I thought I only had to do 80, 90. Well, yeah, you can, but like, you know what I mean? So I have to be in the right mindset and everything like that. And it's like anything, like I have to go do it. I have to prove to everybody that, yeah, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to have a good year. I'm not going to make everything I do this crazy out of control 14 loops. It's like work 8 weeks in a row, 2 times a day, blah, 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 blah. Look at me. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, you're not. You just beat the shit out of yourself. You beat the shit out of your body. You're great for Cabot. You're great for the guests. But what are you for Luke Cyr? What are you for Luke Cyr's family? What are you for any type of relationship that you want to have? Where are you on that?
Mm-hmm.
You failed. That's where you failed. That's what that's in the next 14, 30 days. I got to hold myself accountable to that standard.
Good.
Just do it.
You try.
Just do it.
Nice to meet you.
Okay,
Nice to meet you, Luke Cyr.
I want to hold you more accountable, Lukey.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. So 14 to 30 days. What's the one thing? Not You actually just gave me 6 months worth of things to do
Are we
and
surprised?
plan, which is cool. But I mean, and it wasn't. That's why I was smiling so much. So it's like I just need that one thing, and then you did exactly what you've told us you've been doing, which is cool, and I appreciate it because I see it and I recognize and appreciate it because I do it myself. What's not
Patience.
just setting up? What's the thing you're going to do in the next 30 days? Like, what is the focus?
The
Because I
focus
know
is
the quote
patience.
starts up in a
Patience.
week. What's the focus?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would say it's
with you and
patience.
with people.
It's got to be
All
like
right.
it's. I don't even know how to spell it, let alone have it, but I'm gonna fucking try. That's true. The truest words I said on this podcast. For fuck's sake. Well, spell it, Dad.
Well,
You're
we'll check
laughing up
it.
there. You spell it without autocorrect. Go ahead.
Wait,
It's
let me
tricky.
check on spell. I'll write it down on my phone.
Yeah, exactly. And when it doesn't know what you're talking about either, just next question.
I don't want to answer anymore. Stop it.
So yes, patience.
Dad, patience. Dad, you mentioned that you're walking. Weather's gotten better. It's kind of assisted in that, and I know you've got the injury and you're pushing through it. What's the plan from here? Like, what are you gonna keep doing going forward? Because we all do this. Like the season hits and golf starts, and we seem to not do some of the things we were doing in the off
Oh, I'm
season.
just gonna keep going what I'm doing, Sean. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna take the Fenland approach to it, and I'm just gonna start walking. I'm gonna try and build it up. Like that's like
Good.
my goal. My goal is gonna be like to get at least 5 miles in a day.
Nice.
So that's my goal.
It's a good.
Like I don't know if I'll do that in a month or not, but that's my goal for now till the end of summer, actually. The one thing I want to do and I'm gonna do, because I am a bit of a stubborn guy. Some people say that, but I find that hard to believe, but I'm gonna do it.
You like walk the
Just
same loop every day?
right now I'm doing different loops.
Okay.
Like I'm doing different. I'm walking and I'm checking my watch and seeing how far I'm going, and then when I get to a certain point, I start backtracking on a different way, same area. I don't want to go too far from the
Okay.
from the house. You know what I'm saying? Just in case Margie's got to get in her car, come and get me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like up at
Hard to go
up
far.
at Citrus. We're out in the
Yeah.
fourth hole.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah. I know. You
That
almost
was
ruined my
scary.
trip.
Oh, I almost ruined my trip.
I told you. How am I supposed to putt now? Think about that.
That was scary for sure.
Well, I guess so.
Hope we
I
don't
was
go
a little
back
worried.
there ever again to do that.
Well, no. Thank God Cabot was there. They accommodated us really well. So that was amazing. How awesome they are. Just unbelievable. What Mike Johnson did at Citrus. If you're watching this, Mikey, what you did for my dad, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciated it. Thank you very much. I was a little nervous that trip.
Yeah, me too. Don't tell anybody.
Dish, how
Don't
about
tell
yourself?
Marge. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Roll you into the lake and say, I don't know where last I seen was at the airport. What am I supposed to do? I seen this movie doesn't well for me. You better stay
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, that was scary. That was a scary time.
Yep.
But hey, I pulled through.
Yeah, 100%. Look at you now, walking 3K a day. Walking,
Well,
and then talking about walking 5.
5 miles, not 5K.
Well, I
Let's
still,
go 1 kilometer
Yeah.
at a time.
yeah.
What's
You'll
that?
get
1
there.
kilometer
You'll
at
get
a
there.
time.
Build up.
Yep.
You'll get
Yep.
there.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. I've done it before. I can do it again. It just takes a little bit more time now.
So I come stumbling through there. I'm going to need you to walk with me.
Yeah, okay. I'll walk with you, all right. I'll be about 2 miles behind you when we're done.
No,
Those long
I'm used to
legs.
walking with Krager. I used to walk with Krager. I know how to walk slow.
Yeah.
My old friend. Love you,
Yeah.
Krager, if you're watching. Probably not watching it, but I love you.
Yep.
Dish.
So that's me anyway.
Right on. What's your next stretch looking like, Dish? Like, what are you going to carry forward from the season?
I'm gonna just kind of continue doing what I've been doing, but I'm also a friend of mine, Megan. And I have like a step count goal every day, so we check in with each other every night and kind of let it like we like it's a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. So like we've been hitting that pretty easily, so we're increasing it and throwing in 3 workouts a week. So that's kind of been fun. But I think like that way I think it's easy. Um, but the thing I'm gonna focus on a little bit more is just making sure we got some balance going on because 'cause we're really busy with sports in the next couple months. So, just making sure we got a little bit of time to, like, slow down and get some stuff done around the house and, like, some time for ourselves. So, I think that's the next 30 days for me is just, like, making sure we got some good balance going on and we're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Beauty. Myself, it's the workout program's changed a hair. I've gone. I'm adding weights for strength portion through the week, alternating, and then the new movement stuff's just to stay limber and agile and all of those kinds of things. And then what's really neat, I had a cool conversation with Josh, and he said, kind of, and it was almost echoing what you were saying, Dish, like, how are you doing so many things? And Josh said, he says, I've talked with mom, and I said, I don't know how Sean does it, but every time I'm talking to him, he's involved in something and he's just going at whatever it is, 100%, doesn't stop, and he's always climbing, 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 climbing. And he said it, I said it, occupational therapist said it, psych therapist said it. Your dad, UD, has told me, he's like, you can't have everything on the table. You can't have it all. You got to pick one and go after it. So my goal over the next, I'm going to say 2 weeks, is to pick that one thing. Like, what's that one thing I really want to
Mhm.
focus on? Because I can run the health and the mental and things as I go on my time, but like I can't do all of the things I want to really be successful at. So I got to pick one. So that's my next 14 to 30 days. Find that one mountain to climb that I want to be superstar with, and hope I pick the right one anyway.
Well, you can always change if it's not what you
But
want.
exactly, I get near the top and go, man, this ain't
Yeah.
Everest.
So
Back
let us
down I
know what
go
you
and start
pick.
climbing. So I will let people know what I pick. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting because that means I have to unpick other things I'm already committed in. So some people are going to be kind of shocked. Um, hang on, I got to read what Mark wrote here because it's not making sense. I want to say something about what this season has been for me, not as a host, just as one of the people in it. Oh, Mark wants me to disclose my soul here.
Yeah, let's
All
hear
right.
it.
Yeah, I want to say something about what this season has been for me, not as the host, but as actually one of the people in it. So the honest version of what that is. So here I am, 13 episodes in, asking all kinds of questions. So for myself, what's the season been? Um, the support's been awesome. The accountability's been not just appreciated, but needed. That's for sure. Um, reality checks structure, the reality checks with, we're not 22 years old anymore and superhuman. Like, we've got to approach these things properly. Um, what else? I think the flexibility in what we were doing helped a bit too. Like, if we all couldn't be on certain ones, we were able to move things around and make it work anyway. Um, which helps with like resilience and resolve, right? When we decide we're going to do something, at least we didn't say, well, if I can't do it on Monday, we're not doing this week. And it was never that way. We just sort of made it fit, got things going forward. Uh, definitely important to have a team, no matter what it is we're approaching. Luke has said it many times, and we've been shouting it out there, but you never see another guy that's working in the background here hard, and that's Mark Carlucci. Without him, we don't have these episodes and themes and questions and things to dive into and things to look at. We don't have a final edited product that looks normal. Because if we just posted this, I think half the time people would either be laughing or hanging up the computer, turning off the computer, so I'm moving on to something else. So having a
Mhm.
team when you're moving forward to do these things is good. Luke's mentioned it with the foundation. It definitely works in the WFG business, the Christie's business, the Mark's, like everything I've got my hands involved in. If it's ever just by myself, that's when it gets tough,
Mhm.
starts to fall apart. So yeah, those kinds of things have been good. And I agree with Dish. I actually thrive on conversations that go deeper. I don't like superficial chatter. I'm not a guy that floats around a party to talk to 100 people. I'd rather talk to 5 or 6 people about 100 really cool things.
Yeah.
So this has brought that out, which is nice. You get it to be a little more real. So yeah, that's what the season was for me on a whole. And that's it, guys. I don't have any more questions, any more probing thoughts, any extras other than 13 episodes. I don't believe in an unlucky 13 personally. So 13
Doesn't phase
episodes.
me.
I had fun. Hope you guys had fun. Hope everybody watching took some things away from this. And if you've ever got questions, I know you're allowed to throw them out there. And I'm hoping that we do a season 2 and we get to kind of follow up with some stories about how the summer season went, whether it was golf, walking, working out, picking a mountain, making sure we have that downtime for balance, like we can figure out what worked and what didn't, and press the next challenge for the next year.
Sounds awesome.
Yep. I love it. And I really appreciate you guys and your hard work. And I think what made this really successful was our honesty. Bringing people into our lives, not just trying to be phony and say this is this and this and this and this. The honesty that came with this podcast and the people that and we laid ourselves out on the line there. For one reason, it was to help each other, but also help other people watching. That was the whole point of us sharing this stuff and getting that out there. So that's unbelievable. And I want to thank everybody. It's so many people. I wrote a poem called Forced Pedestals, and I don't like being put up on a pedestal. I don't like the whole Luke Cyr, Luke Cyr, Luke Cyr, Luke Cyr stuff. It's fine. I'm just one piece of this puzzle, a small piece of this puzzle. And there's so much stuff that happens, and the Luke Cyr Foundation is everybody who has their fingers in on it. I was trying to tell Jake, who's now moved on to bigger, better things at Cabot, and I told him, buddy, if it's not for you, buddy, it's not for you, man. Like you've saved so many of our lives. You've helped us guys from the school come this way and get stronger so that now we're mentors and stuff like that. So there's so many people that are involved when it comes to the Luke Cyr Foundation. But so many people want to say, you're so amazing, Luke. Yeah. Thank you so much. Give me a hug. But do you know why? Because of this person, this person, this person. So yes, it carries my name because we couldn't find anything else, and it was tricky to find a name to incorporate with I think it's grown, but I don't ever want to be put up on a pedestal because I don't belong up there. We belong locked in arm with everybody who's involved. So if you're out there, when it comes to me, I just want everybody to know that we are the Luke Cyr Foundation, not me.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone that was watching and joined us for this season. Love you all. Appreciate you all. And if you think of it, share this with some other people that could benefit from it.
100%.
Till then, we'll see you in season
Yeah.
2.
Let's go get